just so that we could have the possibility of building a life together. If we had met 10 years ago, I could have packed my bags and moved to Germany. As simply as that. No wedding, no mountain of paperwork required. Because we had the right to live, work, study, and love in 27 other countries. But those rights and that freedom have been taken away from us. Earlier this year, the Brexit Couples Report was published, revealing the full extent of the financial and emotional burden that Brexit has inflicted upon couples across the UK, where one partner is a British citizen, the other is an EU national. The extortionate cost of the UK spouse visa and its subsequent renewals, and the annual immigration health surcharge, which is a totally unjust double taxation on migrants who are already funding the NHS through their taxes, makes the 5-year pathway to indefinite leave to remain cost over £12,000. And the 10-year pathway, which the government is trying to roll out for the majority of the majority of migrants, costs nearly £20,000. And on top of that, there are often additional costs such as legal advice, translation and notarization of documents, language tests, etc. And that is not to mention the emotional cost of the constant stress and uncertainty. To make matters worse, in 2024, the Conservative government made the cruel decision to increase the minimum income threshold for the sponsor of a partner visa to £29,000, a level which excludes nearly half of UK employees, making being in a transnational relationship a preserve of the privileged. And my heart goes out to all those couples that cannot live together because they do not meet these unreasonable financial requirements, especially the parents who are forced to bring up their children alone because they do not meet the level required for their spouse to live with them in the UK. It is nothing short of inhumane. A system which treats human beings like they are statistics. Migrants like they are criminals until they can prove their financial worth, and families like they are a burden instead of the future of our society. I did not want to subject my husband to the UK immigration system, but despite overcoming the Kafkaesque bureaucracy required for us to marry in Germany, I still cannot live with him. Because I do not have the right to work in Germany, I need a spouse visa. But the German embassy in London is currently at full capacity and not accepting new applications. So I am stuck in limbo with no end in sight, and it is soul-crushing. And I have cried so many times in the last year over bureaucracy, over pieces of paper, over every time I've had to leave my husband and my cats because of the 90 and 180-day rule. And it makes it all the more bitter knowing that it didn't have to be this way. And it doesn't have to be this way. We can create a society which respects its citizens' rights, basic human right to have a family. We can restore opportunities to our young people to work and study across Europe. And we can create a future where British citizens once again have the freedom to live and love in 27 other countries. Woo! That future is Europe. And however long it takes, I will not stop fighting until we are back in the EU where we belong.
Woo! Brilliant. Okay. Okay, listen, I'm going to have to get going. I've got to head back to Liverpool.
Bye, everybody.
I just had a nice chat with Nick, though. He's a lovely guy. So listen, I'll be back.
Bye, everybody.
Might do a broadcast tonight with Aid. I don't know, you can still hear me. But from the Rejoin EU National March to Rejoin number 4, It's Graham
And
Hughes
Mr. G.
saying
Edwards,
over and
if you
out.
have lost your ID, please come forward. We have